All right, welcome to today's video and day one of the ST.U.D protocol. Today is all about just getting back into some of those athletic movements. We got some bounding, some broad jumps, single leg bounds, sled work. Not hitting any weights today other than the sled. I will eventually probably add in some Olympic lifting day towards the end of this session, but for right now, minimizing that volume. I did strain my hamstring a little bit in that powerlifting meet that I just did, so I don't want to do too much too early. Getting back into this stuff, volume and intensity sticking around 60 to 70% overall, increasing that week to week. Got a few more things to finish up my warm-up, and then we'll get into some broad jumps. Okay, first actual working set. That warm-up, I got about 12 yards, so hoping for around 13 yards on these jumps here. Mm, 12 and a half. Just shy of 13 yards. So while I'm resting, I'll talk about some other details of the program. So ST.U.D protocol, man, it's all about getting faster, jumping higher, improving athleticism, getting stronger, and just getting jacked. In my specific case, I'm gonna try to maintain as much strength as I can. I just came off of a powerlifting meet, so not crazy into the strength stuff, but just maintaining as much as I can. So there's still gonna be some heavy lifting. There's gonna be a 3-day and a 5-day option. And just to accommodate people's schedules, I know not everyone can train 5 days a week, but you can still get in some great athletic development training 3 days a week. There'll be days like this where it's focused on power, acceleration, more body weight stuff, not too much of the weightlifting side of things or weight training. Eventually I will add some weight training to the end of this session. Right now I'm just trying to ease myself into the volume of this stuff because I haven't done it in a little while. But there's days like this. There's going to be some upper body strength days, lower body strength days, upper and lower power days in the weight room, conditioning work, ab work, things like that. And that's just going to be spaced out throughout the week. There will be some Olympic lifting involved, but you don't have to do that. I will be providing substitutions that you can do that are still extremely beneficial. I know the Olympic lifts are very technical and not everybody does them or even has access to the equipment to do them. If it is something that you haven't done but you want to do, you can let me know if you sign up and you want to do it, and I can make a couple accommodations within your program to maybe put some variations that are in there better for learning the lifts and getting more proficient at them, because they have a massive bang for your buck. Aside from just the overall athletic development and things like that, super beneficial for just your life in general, whether you know, the coordination that's involved to do those lifts, the proprioception in the body, awareness, whether you trip and fall and you're moving your feet underneath you. So all that stuff is great, and I think the Olympic lifts are awesome. So I highly encourage you to do them, but you don't have to do them. And yeah, that's pretty much the gist of the program. There'll be modifications as we go to things, but I'm gonna be probably around a week or two ahead of what other people are doing when you sign up. This is my week 1, and I plan on releasing this program next Monday, June 1st. So that's gonna be the program. Gonna get into the rest of this day. I have one more set of broad jumps before some single leg bounds, and then some sled work and acceleration work. All right, moving on to some standing triple broad jumps. Not gonna lie, I had to do a couple practice sets to figure out the coordination and which leg I'm jumping off of. These cones mean nothing right now. I am. So, of course, my microphone cuts out at this moment, but just explaining the jumping mechanics here. I am left foot dominant, so I'm jumping off of 2, gonna land on my left, jump, land on my right, jump one more time, and land on 2. So as you can see, I was off 2, 1, 1, land 2 to end and record your distance. And I think on this rep here, I got just about 7 yards. All right, getting into some heavy sled marches here. I would prefer to have a strap and have the sled behind me. I'm short on time and I couldn't find the most appropriate strap. So just doing some pushes here. We're really focusing on keeping a low shin angle and just pushing through that drive phase. And then after this, we're gonna lighten the load, do some sled sprints, supersetted with some, basically just a 2-point stance start. All right, just wrapped up some of the sprint and acceleration work. Definitely some adjustments that I need to make more so to myself. Program feels pretty good, and I know that this stuff is going to be beneficial. I haven't done this stuff in a long time, so it feels a little bit awkward. So it's more so technique, myself getting adjusted to it. I feel really good. This day has been pretty fun, sweating like crazy, and it is pretty hot in here. I don't know why I decided to stand in the sun. But finishing up the day with some medicine ball, just some rotational power. I'll flip the camera around, film that, and that's going to be the end of it. Not sure if I'm going to break up these videos into individual training days this week. Probably be easiest. Try to keep these videos at a maximum, maybe 15 minutes or less. So yeah, sprint work was fun. I know I'm going to be sore tomorrow because I haven't done this stuff in a while. A little bit eager, maybe a little bit higher intensity than I should have for day one, but I feel good. And that's kind of part of the process, being a meathead and just wanting to train hard. So being a stud is the goal. But yeah, gonna flip the camera around, do some of these medicine ball throws so that you can see them when you join the program. And that's gonna be it. So thanks for watching. See you in tomorrow's video.